Have you ever rented a room and found out that the person in front of you had hanged himself right where you were sleeping? Part 2, Room 4. I moved into this hostel at the end of last year's rainy season. Room 5, a small, simple, surprisingly cheap apartment. Only. Next door was Room 4, locked up, covered in red and yellow charms like spider webs. The landlord told me to pack, don't care, but I was wrong to let curiosity overwhelm my guard. One night it was a thunderstorm. In the wind's howl, I heard someone sobbing from room number 4. I pressed my ear against the wall. The cry became clearer. The next morning, because I couldn't stand it, I snatched open the lock, untied some of the tattered talismans that were stuck in the doorway. The last leaf had just burst and the air around me was thickening. A bloody stench filled my nose, and I froze my spine and ran to my room, pretending I'd never done anything. But from that day on, things started to go wrong. The next night, I dreamt of a long-haired woman standing in front of the door of room number 4, pointing her hand straight at me. Her face was pale, her tongue sticking out. The first time I woke up, I thought it was a dream. But the third time, I found my feet covered in dirt as if walking unconsciously. I decided to move. But strangely, where I found a rental, only room number 4 was available. House after house, room number 4 was available, and only it was available. The more I'm in a new place, the worse it gets. Sleep paralysis, sleepwalking, self-talk in the mirror. One day I found myself hanging in a dream, watching myself sleeping. I almost died that night when I unconsciously stepped on the chair. The rope was tied on the ceiling fan hook. Fortunately, my coworkers arrived early, called the door just in time. They took me to the temple. There, I met Master Min, a monk who has been dedicated to death for more than 30 years. He looked at me once and said, I removed the last talisman, the same birthday as the one who died. He chose me as his replacement. It turns out that the hangman in room 4 was a young girl, betrayed, strangled to death in that very room, who was hired by a master to cast a spell to keep her soul in check. But the last spell was the last chain of seals, and I'm the one who died. The monk decided to perform the exorcism ceremony right at the first inn where I used to stay, room 5. On the night of the service, he gave me a cast iron, told me to sit still in the room, not to open the door even if anyone called, including him. The death talisman was taped to my chest. At 3 o'clock in the morning, if the spirit can't get me to open the door, it will come back into the picture of itself, hanging in room 4. Then we will complete the ritual, he said. That night was like a century long. It was almost 1 o'clock in the night and I heard footsteps outside the door. Open the door, sir. I'm finished early.